What's happening, everybody? It's your man, Russ Mitchell, Homesick Buckeye. I'm back with you. Got a video for you today. Are you moving, grooving, steadily improving? Are you living and giving, striving and thriving? I certainly hope so. Are you making progress? All right, whatever you got going on, forget about it. Keep making progress. You're going to get where you want to go in life. That's how it works. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. We want to uplift you, motivate you today. Hope you're having a great day and a great week. I hope things are going well for you. And I wanted to put this video together. You know, it kind of hit me kind of at the last minute. I'm actually packing up, leaving tomorrow, going to spend some time down with my my uncle and my Reed family down in Fort Myers, Florida. Be gone for a few days, and I was putting together my travel bag and stuff like that. And I thought to myself, you know, maybe somebody somewhere might enjoy, you know, seeing some travel tips, some things that I do, or hearing about them as well, things that I do when I'm traveling to try to stay on, you know, on track, and, you know, not to get too far off track. And you guys know me. If you follow my channel and follow my philosophies, I don't worry too much about it. I'm a free spirit. You know, when I'm at home, I spend 15 to 20 days a year away from home, 2 or 3 weeks a year. The rest of the time I'm here in a nice controlled environment, and I control things. When I'm away, I don't worry about it too much. I don't dwell on it. You know, I try to minimize the damages, and you know, when and where I can, I try to work things my way. But you know, life sometimes gets in the way of our plans. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, just wanted to talk about a few things that I do when I travel. Now, this is more for the road travelers. I don't do a lot of flying, and I don't do a lot of super far away stuff on the other side of the world, or that cruises. Don't really do that kind of stuff. I'm a road trip kind of guy. All right, I go home to Ohio a couple times a year. I go down to South Florida. I go a few different places that I like to go each year, and I have a nice Chrysler Pacifica, and it's nice and roomy and spacious. It rides nice, gets decent mileage, plenty of space, and so, man, I pack that thing in there. I got my satellite radio and my cell phone, man, and I just crank up some something, whatever I want to listen to, man, and I just ride out. Doesn't matter if I'm with people, by myself, whatever. Love the road trip, and that's kind of what I do. So this stuff is kind of geared to the road trips, but there's probably some things you could use if you're more of a airline, you know, if you like to fly and stuff like that too. So I'll talk about a couple things first before I turn this camera around and show you some of the stuff I travel with and some of the things. But one of the things that I do is I chart out my path. Most of the time I'm going places I've been before, so it's easier. But if it's someplace I've never been before, I'll chart out a path, and I find all the Golden Corrals on the route, okay? And, you know, I joke around about, you know, I used to be a member of Golden Corral. That's where I used to work out. That used to be my gym. But I'm serious, because Golden Corral is a place that has all-you-can-eat steak. And you know, we like to eat our steak. So you can go in there, have all-you-can-eat steak, and especially if you're traveling with other people as well, they have a bunch of stuff. So if you're traveling with folks that maybe don't, you know, aren't in your life, you know, don't live this life like we do, they have something there for them as well. And another thing that people don't know in some cases, I'm surprised how many people don't know this, you can take to-go boxes from Golden Corral. So I go into Golden Corral, I sit down, I'll eat my steak, and sometimes I'll, carnivores, hide your kids, hide your wife. I have some vegetables. And then when I'm done, I'll get a to-go box, and I'll have them fill it up with steak too. You should see the look on their face. And then they weigh it on the way out, and you pay by the pound. And I'm not sure how much it is by the pound, but it's not unreasonable at all. And so I'll go up there, and sometimes I'll get 2 to-go bins, depending on how long I'm going to be gone and how hungry I am and that kind of stuff. And I'll take them out with me. You know, and it's definitely cheaper than going to, you know, a Longhorn or one of those, you know, restaurants where you're going to spend, you know, $20 or $30 just, you know, for one meal. Now, granted, it's not, you know, it's not ribeye, okay? And it's not, it's like, the best, steak you've ever had. But you're traveling, you're on the road, you're trying to stay on plan, and that kind of stuff, man. It's a great fill-in, and I've never been disappointed doing that. And the other thing, of course, I have a travel cooler. It's a big plug-in electric cooler that I take with me that keeps things cold, because I do take things with me. And 90% of the places where I stay, if they're hotels or Airbnbs, they have refrigerators. So, you can keep things cool both in the car while you're traveling, keep things cold, and then when you get where you're going as well. So Golden Corrals, that's like I do that all the time, and have the travel cooler with me. I also have a power inverter that I have. If you don't know what that is, you plug it in the 12-volt cigarette, and it has 2 outlets on it. So I do have some things I take with me occasionally where you have an outlet you can plug into, as well as a laptop or things like that if you're traveling on road trips. It's always good to have a power inverter. You can't plug a hair dryer in it or anything like that, but small electronic, phone charging things, laptops, small electronics, you can plug them right in just like you were at home. So those are the things that I do that I can't show you, but I have some things that I take with me everywhere when I travel, and I'm going to turn this camera around and show them to you. I'll be right back. All right. Okay, we'll start here with my travel tote. I love this thing. I take it with me everywhere. I made a video about it a while back, but for those who may not have seen that video, this is a travel tote bag there. You can put things in the top. It's insulated, it's thermal, and it's got a hot plate on the bottom of it. When you open it up, that hot plate gets hot. The whole area gets hot, gets up to about 150 degrees or so. And so you can heat things up. It's got a plug here on the back. I'll pull it out just a little. I don't want to pull the whole thing out. But you can see here it's got a plug here. So you plug it in. It heats up the bottom. And it's wonderful when you're traveling. Because I don't know about you, but I don't like to microwave. I really don't microwave things anymore. Because, when you're doing fat and protein, it's tough. The fat gets hot super fast, the protein doesn't, so nothing is evenly heated. And even at home, I really don't use my microwave much anymore for heating up my food. You need kind of an even heat. Even heat with your meat, the flavor and taste can't be beat. But anyway, this is really cool. I love it. And here's what I put in there. This is some dish detergent to clean my dishes. I put it in a plastic bag because one time many moons ago it leaked out all over the place and it was just a mess. So I have some dishwashing liquid in there for my dishes. You'll see those in a minute. So I'll throw that in the bag. Then I have a bag of sweeteners and sticks. I know some of you guys do not use this kind of stuff, but I do. I have some Redmond salt in there too that I was given at a function, a sample. I carry that with me just in case I need some salt. There's some stevia in there, a little bit of Splenda. I have a few of those left over. And then I have some drink sticks that I like. When you're out, if you order water, you can get a drink stick in there if you have a bottle of water. So there's some monk fruit extract in there too. That's what these red packets are. But when I'm traveling, a lot of times I'll stop and get some coffee or unsweet tea, and I'll sweeten it with that. Or if I'm in a restaurant or something, I'll order unsweet tea and then use my stevia to sweeten it. So throw that in the bag. Then this is just a dishcloth that I use to clean my dishes, which you'll see in a minute. Throw that in the bag. This is some silverware that I have here, and this is a note that my sister Debbie wrote me on the bag. I love my sister. Shout out to her. Russ, no fuss. Love you, sis. So shout out to Debbie. She happens to be watching. This is just napkins and some plastic utensils as well as some real utensils, because sometimes when you're out, you don't want to use plastic or whatever. So throw those in the bag. Next, we have some paper towels. I always like if I have a half a roll or something left over at the house, I'll usually save it, throw it in my travel bag, because you never know, you may have a mess, need a paper towel. Then I have my LMNT electrolytes. I just started using these not too long ago, but this plastic container sits right on my kitchen cabinet. It's got a little snap lid here and opens right up, and when you and so when you put the lid back on it like that and you snap that, it tightens down, and so it doesn't come off, it doesn't leak. And this is cool for me because, like I said, I have these right on my kitchen counter, and so when I want to travel, no big deal, just grab a container, throw it in the bag. Same way with my Health Code shake. My Health Code shakes here. This is my shake mix. I have it in a big tall container like this. Again, right on my kitchen counter. It's got the same kind of lid there. Snaps tight closed there so it doesn't leak or fall off or anything like that. It's got my scooper in there. And like I said, I don't have to worry about it. I just take it right off my kitchen sink and throw it in the bag too, wherever I'm going, wherever I need to be. Goes right in there. Then I have my shaker that I make my shakes with. I pour my powder in there, of course, and my shake mix, and throw it in there, and just, you know, shake, 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 and drink it up. So I'll throw that in there too, and then I can put this down here for a minute. Zip the bag up. And there you have it. And I'm ready to go with all my drink mixes and my electrolytes and my utensils and all that kind of stuff in there. This is my Travel Yeti. I actually have two of these. I have one with a handle and one without, and I actually have a third one that's bigger than this that I keep at the house here for my new hydration program. And so I take this with me if I stop and get some coffee or whatever. Like I said, I've got my stevia and stuff with me, so I can do it. There's a lid, obviously, for it. I didn't show here, but I take it with me when I'm traveling. The one with, I don't know why, the one with the handle seems to just work better when you're traveling. I don't know why. So that's the Yeti. I put that in a different bag, which I am going to show here, and I'll grab it, but my dishes, I'm going to move this out of the way here just slightly and bring my dishes in here. These are just some garden variety glass storage dishes. Again, I use glass now because, you know, I got rid of really all my plastic dishes because when you put them in the microwave, if they have grease and stuff in there from your fats and that, it melts the plastic and that. So again, I don't use the microwave that much, but when I do, I use the glass. Also, I can put these in my oven or my toaster oven to heat up my food. And I've prepared a couple of things here just to travel with. There's actually some steak and bacon in there that I made today. I have 2 containers here. And the cool thing is, these small containers fit very well in the bottom of my heated tote here, as you can see. I'll slide them in here. Hopefully you can see this well. All right. So you put those in there like so, and zip this up like so. There's another zipper over here. Bam. You plug that thing in. Now, I want to say something here if you happen to get this. Do not leave the tops on if you are heating them up because it does get a little too hot for the plastic tops. But as you can see, both of these fit in there very well, very easily. I also, when I travel, take a bigger glass dish. This is a bigger one here. I don't know how many ounces or cups, whatever, and I use this one for storage. If I'm, like I said, I go to Golden Corral and get some steaks, or I'm down at my uncle's house, let's say, they have some leftovers, some turkey, maybe some ham or something, I can fill that thing up, take it with me, and of course this has a nice glass lid that seals shut like that. And now this does not fit underneath on my hot plate. It's too big. So what I have to do is, if I just dish out whatever I want into the smaller dishes, and then they can heat up real good, and it gets it good and hot. I mean, when you put those glass dishes in there and you plug it in and leave it in there for about a half hour or so, you can't grab the dishes with your hands. I mean, it's too hot. It'll burn your hands. It gets really hot. And I don't travel with food in there, although you could, because I need to put it in my cooler out in my car. So that leads me to my next thing that I carry with me. And I'm going to move this over here out of the way. And this is my carry bag that I carry things in. Pretty much anything that needs to be refrigerated, I carry. Here I have some almond milk. I use that to make my Health Code shakes, or coconut milk, whichever is on sale or whatever. And then I have some heavy cream. And this is also where I put my dishes when I travel with them, so that I can transfer them in the cooler. I'll put this in here in the bottom. I'll throw these on top like that. And then I'll throw my Yeti in there like so. There you go. And these bags are very strong, very sturdy, very strong handles, got metal parts to it. And so, I've got my suitcase and stuff on a roller on one hand, and I'll throw both of these in my other hand and carry them right in. And like I said, when I'm in the car, like I said, when I get to the car, I carry this out to the car, I'll put that stuff in the cooler. I can actually put my whole bag down in the cooler. So I really don't have to take the stuff out unless, I have too much, I have to situate it. But that's about it. That's how I travel. I always carry, some waters with me as well. I usually have a case of waters that I'll throw in the back of the van. Throw those in the cooler. But this is the nuts and bolts of it. So I'm going to turn this camera around, say a few words, and we'll be done. All right, folks, there you have it. Now you know when I'm on the road traveling, hey, that's how I roll. With my hot food tote, with my container on top, my Health Code shakes, and some meals, some meat, some things I travel with, my glass storage dishes, my bags. One thing about that blue shopping bag, you probably know this, but maybe you didn't, and I should have shown you, but it folds up. So when you take everything out, it has a real stiff board at the bottom that lifts up, and you can fold the whole bag down to flatten it out, flat as a pancake. So if you need to store it somewhere, whatever, it doesn't stay that size unless you want it to stay that size, but it does fold and collapse down. And it came in a pack of 3, so I actually have 3 of those bags. That's just one of them that I use, and I actually keep in the car with me as well. So I want to add that all of the items that you saw, except for the food items, the bacon and the steak, can't get that on Amazon, but everything else you can get on Amazon. The totes, the glassware, the glass dishes, the bags, all that stuff. If you liked it, the storage containers, all that stuff is I got off of Amazon. I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you like any of that stuff and you want to buy any of the stuff, if you use the link in the description, they send me a couple of bucks, which I mostly use to buy meat to ruin in my cooking videos. So you can help support the channel a little bit if you want to by using those links. I want to just uplift you and encourage you today, as I always do. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. keep fighting the good fight, no matter what that fight is. Stay on this keto road. I know sometimes it's hard, especially for some folks this time of year with the holidays and all that coming up. Don't worry about it. Don't beat yourself up. Pick yourself up. You know, if you have a little pumpkin pie or a little bit of sweet tea, listen, get back on the program. Forget about it. All right, we know this. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. Worry about today, being the best you can be today, doing the best you can today. It's not a contest. All right, it's not a race. Do it your way, your speed, your time. Don't guilt yourself. Don't look at where you want to be. Look at where you've come from. Look at all you've been through and all the improvements that you made. Think about all the blessings, the wonderful blessings we have, you know, in this time of year, this holiday season. Our friends, our family, and our health. You know, most of us have, I don't know about you, but I've got better health now this year than I did last year at this time. So I'm excited about all of that as well. And I want to encourage you, uplift you, keep living and giving, striving and thriving. Keep working on that progress. Don't work on perfection, work on progress. You can't always be perfect, but you can always make progress. And as always, I wish you all the best, and I'll see you on the next one.